Hi, welcome back to this Friday's vlog. I wasn't actually intending to record today. Let me just level you up a little bit. But I'm really excited about something and I want to share it with you. So first of all, the t-shirt that I'm wearing is the Pattern Emporium cuffed tee that if you saw my vlog on Sunday, this was the really big one that I've reshaped and sort of brought back into the other one. So you might need to go back to that one and catch up with how I improved the fit on that. If you've not seen Sunday's vlog, please go and show that some love. So I haven't totally recut it. I've just altered the shoulders. So I graded it from here to here just to bring that in. And then what else did I do? I left the arms the same. Obviously I've now got the rib on, and I brought in the shape. So it's probably still bigger than the blue one is because I've not gone back to the pattern, but you know, as a alteration to make a definite toile work, I'm very happy with it. I'm probably going to hem it up a little bit more. So it's hard for you to see with it being dark. Actually, I'm going to put this light on, so that might just help. So I will be coming back because I've got another garment that I'm making and sharing with you this week. But I've been on a bit of a process with my lane pants. So for a couple of weeks I've been talking about lots of trouser patterns having just too much fabric, I say, down in my bits. So in the front rise, if I'm being professional. I've been inspired by Alison from Creative Bobbins. I will put a link in the description box again. I know lots of people have gone off and been watching her vlogs, or you've watched them and learned from them. So I watched a tutorial from her about how to alter the rise, how to work out. Now I didn't need to make a toile because I've made lots of pairs of lane pants. So I just had a pair on the other day and like started clumping the fabric together down here. Let me alter you down a little bit. So I was just getting excessive fabric like in this area, so I just bunched it together to see how much I needed to remove. Then, sorry, you might go up and down a little bit in this video. Then I followed Ali's tutorial, drew a paper pattern, like traced it and made a template, and I decided to remove, I've left the back rise alone initially, and I removed 2 inches from the front rise. So she shows you how to draw a line straight across from the hip notch and how to sort of pivot that pattern piece if you want to add in or remove from the rise. So I took 2 inches out of the centre of the rise of those pants, which look really weird when I've put them together. But I did take a picture yesterday because I didn't just stop at one side. I did, but like just like I was making a pair of trousers, but to the knee, and I did it out of Swedish tracing paper, and I made a pair of pants out of paper, which kind of blew my mind. I know lots of you have done that before or talked last week in the comments about people who have. And if you think, no, here you go again with your fitting thing, Alison, please don't switch off, because that's the reason I've come on, because I'm going to get to what I've done with them in fabric and I'm so excited about them. So this is half of it. So I know it's in paper, but it'll let you see how. Now obviously the back rise would normally be higher, but I've took 2 inches out of this, and I can't remember where it would have been. About here is where you do that. You might catch the sellotape, I don't know, because obviously it's clear. So that is that line, and that's where I've crossed it over. You might see it, I don't know, and you can see the stitch lines where I've unpicked it. So I just sewed it together on my machine. As you can see, I did it on like a 4.5 stitch length, because I knew once I was happy with it, I would be unpicking it, and that would then be my pattern template. I did go on and obviously add in the rest of the length of the legs. So it was hilarious trying on a pair of paper trousers, I've got to say. I tried them on, showed Anira upstairs, was really happy with how the fit was going to look, you know, wanted to see if I needed any more tweaks when I got them on, and then put my normal trousers on, went downstairs and said to Carl, right, I'll shut the curtains and show you this. And then he was there like, they were like standing up on their own. It was really funny, and I was like standing up, putting one leg in and then trying to lift my leg up to get it in. It was like, why can't you get your foot in? And I was like, because these are just standing up so tall, I don't want to crease it all up. Anyway, as soon as I put it on, he went, wow, what a difference in the fit. So I then took that to make that my full length pattern, and cut them out in this blue sort of, it's not a chambray, it's a Fawn's dark denim from Pound Fabrics. So this is what I've got left, and I think I've got enough to get maybe an Ashton top or something out of this, which would be quite nice to do. Maybe something else, I don't know. I think I got a 3 metre piece. So I cut it out, and that was where I was at really. So I've been to Sewtoon today, and I've been sewing it on my Baby Lock Aspire machine using a 3-thread overlock stitch and the cover stitch needle in needle 3, which gives me a 1 centimetre seam allowance. So these have been stitched on a 1 centimetre seam allowance. Now lane pants are normally on a 1.3, but that's okay with where I'm at with my pattern. I wanted to do it and see what it was like. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it without me flashing me nicks at you, which I'm not trying to do. So I haven't got the waistband done yet. I will come back and show you them finished. Probably tomorrow I'll finish sewing them, but I'm so excited. I wanted to show you them at the stage that they're at because I'm just so excited about it. So I will need to alter you down a little bit, and when I watch this back, if you can't see what I can see on this, I will do it on my camera instead, but you wouldn't get it the same perspective. Okay, so this is them. So obviously I haven't got my waistband on yet, so these are sort of sitting lower on me than they ordinarily would be, but this is where I've took that out of the rise. So I feel like all of that bunched up fabric is absolutely gone. Obviously when I get the waistband on, if I feel like I need to take more out, I can just readjust that pattern piece for the next time. But I think it's all right. I think the only thing I might do is bring this outer seam in from hip level just a little bit. They are wide legs, but they are feeling a little bit too wide, so I might just run that in from there. No pockets as per, but I have just said to Anira, I feel like I could almost use this as a template, because with the lanes for quite a while I've been I don't even know what colour knickers I've got on today, only black, sorry, not that you need to know that, but I've been taking a wedge out of the back at the top of the centre back seam, but I'm not sure I need to do that now. I feel like by the time the waistband goes on there and the elastic goes in, that's going to look all right. But I know I might be getting slightly too excited here. I have just said I think these are almost at the point where I could put a fly seam a fly front into this, have a flat front, and almost dart the back and put a waistband onto them. Now I'm probably not going to do that, but to go, hang on, to go from, you know, an elastic waisted pattern that felt like it had loads of fabric at the waist and the front crotch to that is like quite remarkable really. And I've said this before with the Pattern Emporium trousers, Kate has them cut in a way that you don't end up with a lot of bulk at the waist, so I'm looking forward to doing the Vacation Vibes toile and see what that's like. So I'm going to trace that and do a toile in that, but I just feel like they fit in a totally different way, and I'm finding that really exciting. So I hope you've been able to see what I've shared there, and I've explained it in a way that makes sense, because sometimes things make sense to me but I'm not sure I explain it in a way that would make sense to anybody else. You know how you live in your own head sometimes. But yeah, so all of that, obviously lane pants are super quick to make, but doing all of that took me quite, you know, well, not quite a bit of time, but a few hours yesterday. But I do feel like it was worth it, rather than doing that on fabric and then not being happy with it and stuff. So yeah, I'll be using the tracing paper a little bit more. If you've got a problem with your front rise or trouser fit, go and check out Ollie's videos. But when I come back with my other make, I will show you these again, and you can see them finished, and I'll put them on with the top where you can see it. I'm sort of hoping they get to a point where I can have something like tucked in, like a blouse or a top, and it'll look really nice. Anyway, I'm going to close off for today. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hi, so it's Thursday afternoon. I did watch a bit of Netflix and had a bit of snuggly time with my daughter this morning, and yeah, no apologies needed. I did say that I had another make. I am in the midst of something else. I'm going to share that with you on Sunday. I've not got that finished, but I do want to show you my trousers and a couple of things that have arrived as well. I'm trying to be careful that I don't feel like I do too much in like 1 week, or obviously I'm doing 2 vlogs a week at the moment, to make sure I've got loads of things to share with you. You know, if I've shared 3 things with you on a Friday and 2 on a Sunday, that's 5 garments or things a week. That's crazy. And yeah, want to enjoy that life balance as well. So I hope you're okay with that, everyone. So I am absolutely thrilled, delighted with these trousers. I'm a little bit gutted that I will lose about another 2 stone and I'm going to have to keep altering them, but the process worked. So I've made them pretty much completely flat fronted. So this is the front. I've put elastic in here, but I've not stretched it at all. So that's just sort of there as if it was interfaced to stop it sliding over. The way I do that is I just thread it right round. You'll be able to see I've just stitched up the centre there, and then I've come across a little bit further than I normally do. I think that's maybe 6 inches, and I've done the same, stitched on both sides. So all of the gathers are in the back, because when I tried them on yesterday, you'll have seen that there wasn't much like loose fabric in the front, which is exactly what I wanted. So all of the stretch is in the back. I've just top stitched them. Yeah, I've just done them once. I was thinking I'd done them twice, but I've just done them once there, just to stop it rolling. What else can I tell you about them? They're hemmed, they're fine. I did run in the side seams a little bit. Don't know if I really needed to do that. I'm not sure I'm going to amend the pattern by that. I think I'm okay with that as it is. But I'll put some pictures in, and I hope you can see. Oh, I just love the fit. I feel like they're far more flattering on me. You know, I've not got the smallest waist and hips, but I just feel like rather than having a bulky bum and a bulky like front tummy, that the balance is there's a bit more balance there. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And I think I undersold myself with my t-shirt yesterday, because I was like, oh, I just ran it in here and there. I didn't actually. I unpicked all of the neck. I've redone all the shoulder seams. I've redone the side seams. Then I put the cuffs on. Then I've hemmed it. So it basically was like starting again with it, but I did unpick it. I have unpicked something else actually, which I've got a notion to do something else with. Anyway, I will pop some pictures in of the trousers and the t-shirt so you can see them as well. And then, as I say, I'll have the other things to share with you on Sunday. So I picked up the Tammy Handmade Margot Pinafore this week. So I've just got the EO printing from Flamingo Prints. I know this came out a little while ago, but I wouldn't have felt comfortable. I'm not sure I feel comfortable in it now, but I want to give it a go. You can see on Tammy where it comes quite short, so I'm going to lengthen it to just above the knee. What I'm going to do with it, I've had a look at the sizes. I think I need to make an 18 looking at the ease that's in the finished garment measurements. I'm going to lengthen it on the lengthen and shorten line rather than just add a length into the bottom, because it's A-line. If I got the line drawn, if I lengthen it from there, which is, these are the shortcuts that I'm inclined to do that don't end up going very well. So I'm going to do it properly. So I'm going to do the V-neck rather than the square neck, and where I think it's on about here on the pattern, because if I did it here, it's going to kick out more at the bottom. So I'm going to lengthen it wherever it tells me to there. And I'm trying to work out, I think maybe about 4 inches, but I'm going to see what the finished length is, and then I'll get Carl to measure from the nape of my neck down to where that is, and I'll get a gauge for what that's going to be like from there. What I'm going to do is fully line it. I think I've got some cord I'm going to make it in, either cord or a denim, but I'm going to fully line it. So what I'll do is I'll do the lining first, dart it, do the shoulder seams, and then try that on, see if I'm happy with that fit. Then I'll do the outer one of it. So yeah, that's, I don't know, maybe next week or the week after, not sure when I'm going to, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm just wanting to do some different things. I need some things to keep me ticking over. I have done a massive wardrobe sort out this week. It doesn't feel like 2 minutes since I did the last one, but actually I think it was autumn, and Naira was going in the loft the other day, and I said, oh, just chuck my bags down that are in with the spring summer, you know, those like IKEA zip-up bags. I thought there was 2, there was 5, and then once they were down I had to do something with them because there wasn't anywhere to just shove them. I always knew coming into to spring that some stuff was going to be too big, and it is. So I've got 3 or 4 bin bags downstairs that need to go to our local charity, where I don't think I've told you this yet, where it's at the community centre and the money goes to the centre. I think I've told you this. Anyway, and some things that I think I can do things with the fabric, and yeah, but it took ages. But that's okay, it needed to be done. There's some stuff gone on vintage, and yeah, it feels really good to have a good sort out. I thought I didn't have dresses, but I've got loads of dresses that do fit me at the minute. So I don't think I'm going to need to make any dresses for my holiday in May. I think I'm going to be okay. It's only a short one anyway, like 4 nights. But the gap was trousers. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and a few other bits I can't quite tell you because I've had my February Beyond the Pink Door box, so I've recorded the unboxing for that. That fabric's now washed, can't tell you what that is, and I've done pattern options in that video, and I cut out the paper pattern because it's a new pattern that I'm making for me. I cut out the paper pattern last night, ready to trace. I know, check me out. So I just like rough cut the pieces out. So I have been busy, I just can't show you that. I'm sitting thinking, it's not behind, is it? No, it's not. And yeah, I got a little package from Pound Fabrics. So there's 2 colourways in this, but one's still drying downstairs. This is, I don't know if it's still in stock or Beyond the Pink Door. I think the blue's sold out, that's why I got it at Pound Fabrics. And I got the pink as well. So it's a Ponte, it's a beautiful colour. I had seen it and then Tamlin shared it, and I thought, yeah, I think I'm going to get some trousers out of that for the summer. So I just got 2 metres, I can get a pair of walk boldly pants out of that. And as I say, I got the pink colourway as well. It's not called Ponte at Pound Fabrics. Oh, it's not here. It's called, I think it's a modal. They've got it listed as, but it's definitely the same fabric because I've got the stripy one from Beyond the Pink Door. Yeah, and that's really nice and soft. And I think that'll make a lovely pair of pants in the summer. It's got like royal blue, so I've got like little crop tops. Well, not crop tops, God, like me and me crop tops, no. Little vest tops, that's what I was meaning to say. That'll look nice with those. So yeah, happy with that. I think it was £4.95 or £5.95 a metre, and as I say, I got the pink colourway as well. So guys, I'm going to sign off for my Friday vlog. Please come back on Sunday. We'll have some makes, 1 or 2, and see where I'm at with my fitting. I've watched my videos for this. Well, I'm doing them this week. You can do them whatever rate you want. I need to start on my toile so I can tell you how I've got on with that. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, which is Friday. And then, yeah, we'll share a little moment together on Sunday. So I'll see you then. Bye.